Welcome international students. My name is Rogelio Espinoza. I'm from San Diego, California. I'm a foreign exchange student here from the United States. I'm currently doing my spring 2013 studying abroad program, and I've been here since February. Taking a couple minutes of my time to basically give you some information on what to expect while you're here in Turkey. The first thing is the culture. For many of us, the culture is very different. For myself, I can relate very much since I have a Mexican heritage background. So there's similarities to that. The culture here is very friendly, amiable. They're always willing to help. The food can be a little bit different. You can find a lot of American foods, like hot dogs, burgers, things of that sort. You can also find Chinese food and different foods from different regions of the world, but it's a little bit pricier. So I would definitely suggest for you to get accustomed to the culture and eat the food here, especially if you're not from areas where Turkish people live. The second thing, academics, it's very different from my perspective of American institutions. The education here, I think, is a little bit more relaxed. Teachers are a little bit more easier going and are a little bit more flexible when it comes to teaching, but you are still required to know the information. Tests can be usually multiple choice or classical, which means more of short term or short answers. Also, there's many programs here on campus I definitely recommend that you get involved with. There are the Erasmus program, ESN, a lot of student groups that you can add on Facebook, and they'll most likely add you. A lot of trips. That's something I definitely recommend, is go on the trips. This semester I went to Pamukkale, to Cappadocia, and there's also the one Fethiye. This is where you meet a lot of the students and you actually build those friends. When I first got here, I only knew one person. Now I know many people just because I took myself and I went to the trips and met so many more people, and it makes the time more fun and you actually get to experience life here much better. The living cost here is very cheap. If you don't have student housing like myself, you can find different flats, which we call flats here, not apartments. You can find them anywhere from 400 lira to 1,000 lira, depending on who you want to live with. You can live on your own with one single bedroom apartment, or you can live in a 3-4 bedroom flat. The food is very cheap. Also, vegetables and fruit are very fresh here, and they're really inexpensive in themselves also. I recommend cooking more versus eating out, because I per se got pretty tired of eating the same food, so I would cook for myself. I would also recommend you going to different parts of Turkey. Istanbul is very different from other parts of Turkey. I think here it's a lot more closed and very populated. When you get to other areas, the culture is a little bit different customs. It's very nice. I think the people are also just as hospitable as they are here. Another thing I would recommend is traveling out of the country. Since you're already in this region of the world, traveling is much more easier versus if I wanted to travel back. Here I would pay thousands of dollars for an air flight. Here I would pay a couple hundred. Sometimes you can get tickets for $100, $50 round trip. I went to Greece, I went to Israel. So I definitely recommend you traveling. Go to the eastern part of Europe. The cost of living there is very cheap also if you're in a tight budget. Sometimes it's cheaper than Turkey. I also recommend you getting to know the Turkish people. Don't just hang out with your friends here, especially if you come in a group. Really get to know other people. It's very important. You make long-lasting connections. I know that I can go to different parts of the world now and have a place to stay because I made friends here. But overall, I ask that you enjoy yourself and you have fun. For most people, this is a one-time lifetime experience. So take full advantage of it and immerse yourself in the culture.